time again to do some swatching. This time it's going to be this. I got this little still life painting studio. This can be bought through Barnes & Noble. It's from Chronicle Books, and it has gouache paint in it. So the paint, it says that art cards made in the United States, but then it says manufactured by Hung Hing, and they're a stationery company in China, in Shenzhen, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. It doesn't really say anything else about the paint. Because Chronicle Books published it with Walter Foster. They're part of Quayside. The art is from Elizabeth Mayville. That's it. It doesn't really. All it says about the paint is it conforms to ASTM 4236 standards, which nearly all of them do. When I kind of dug into it, Hung Ying only is a stationery company. They don't have any other art supplies, as far as I could tell. I did find that there are a lot of different gouache makers in China, which of course there are a lot of the cheaper gouaches from in China. But you can't just say that that's bad, because they range all over the place with what they have, or the quality of the paints. So from extremely bad to pretty good. But yeah, so let's go ahead and open this up. And sorry, my brushes are in the way. It comes with a little booklet for painting techniques. Talks and what came in with it. It says it came with a mixing palette. We'll talk about that in a second, but that's actually kind of funny. But a little bit of color theory, and how to use gouache. I actually really love that they put this example in there. There's some great artists that have just used gouache to do chrome, and it just looks amazing. But it talks about how gouache should be very bright, should be very crisp. It's layered instead of blended. Dries fast. All the things we know about gouache. But it has a matte sheen, a soft, flat appearance. That's why it's white, but it shouldn't look chalky. It should have these bright colors. And you can see like some of the really bad gouache will dry chalky and look washed out, like the evil brand that I will not talk about as much anymore because I've talked about it too much. For when I'm using it, which I'm not doing that today. I tortured myself yesterday with it. So dark colors should dry lighter colors should dry darker, but they should still hold like a good color tone. Like I'm not a color perfectionist. There's some people who are, so they really want to get their color 100% correct, and I'm not worried about that as much. I'm still working on my layering technique. I'm not that great at it. I'm so used to blending. I don't think blending is bad with gouache. It just has to be a lot more delicate. So then there's some techniques with solid colors, gradations, washes, spattering, stippling. I was having problems with that yesterday with the acrylic I was using. I wasn't watering it down enough. Cross hatching, different illustrator techniques. You can see some examples there. How to set up your still life, composition. So odd number of objects, put it in thirds. I like the rule of threes in art, and see that spiral in there in space, not completely centered. And she says, one thing she says is set it up and come back later. But they want backgrounds, how they differentiate, so the color changes depending on the background and the lighting. I love this with the water, the French press, coffee, cream, and sugar right there. Doesn't that look like, isn't that a great painting? Cross painting, so where you do panels. You start with a pencil sketch, block and color, add in more colors. The class that I just finished, they would have you block and color for like a certain section and then do all the details in that section and then move on to the next one. And I think I'm going to switch up how I do that, but just some thoughts, how to add highlights, all of those things, add more colors. So they say work from dark to light. Sometimes I like working from light to dark and then back again. That's a little booklet that comes with it. I guess stick that back there instead of just putting it somewhere and it being in the way. Okay, so then this is the kit itself. This took a while to get to me too. My local Barnes & Noble didn't have it and they had to get it from another one and then they didn't have it. So it comes with a little set of art cards that are glue dotted. I'm going to take glue dot out. Glue dot over. So these look pretty thick. They have like a rough and a smooth side. More like watercolor paper. And then it's just in this like plastic thing, which is apparently taped together. So here we go. It comes with 2 brushes and the 3 primary colors and a black and white. So I assume that these just little dimples here, this is your mixing palette that attached to it. It does have a little thing to kind of help you hold it. So I guess if you didn't have anything else, you could do that. I'm not going to. Let me get these out of here. Dear Lord. I mean, I'm practically destroying this, trying to get everything out of here. So keeping those intact could be difficult enough. So I did find one like boutique Japanese company that might be interesting at some point to order gouache paint. They make gouache paint, and their packaging kind of matched this. But again, I wasn't able to find any information. It just has the color. It's very loosely applied label. It says Chronicle Books. It gives their address, conforms to center, and it says Made in China. That's it. They have a blue. It says ultramarine, crimson red, lemon yellow, opaque white, and carbon black. And I wasn't able to find any pigment information like that. Look at the brushes. Ooh, the brushes are soft. Oh, so soft. Oh my gosh. They're tiny, but they're very soft. Ooh. I was going to swatch with this brush today, but I might just try this out. Okay, so that's it. That's everything that's in this kit. I will... well, let's do this. Do I want to use this one? Do I know where any of my other ones are? Honestly, because we're just using so little, I'm going to use this. I broke the top to this one, and I'm very sad about that, because I really loved having that in the top. But I guess at least I still have this part. It was hard enough to get this part. There's no way I'll get a top replacement. Alright. So it has little punchy tops. Those. Let's see how. Whoop, and out comes paint. Very quick like. I guess the nice thing about the punch top is that paint gets on there, and so when it dries, you can see what it actually looks like. Go with the blue. Ooh, the blue didn't really come out. It's coming out very nicely. It feels good. It's not too tough to squeeze out. It's not coming out like liquid. Yellow. I mentioned this one last. Oop! Out comes black. The black decided to just go. Yeah, not big yet. It's still like not. It just decided to come out, but it still came out as paint, like not all separated or anything. Oh, it's red. I am not squeezing the tubes, I promise. It's red. Okay, well, the colors look bright and primary. So here we go. We'll try that. We'll go ahead and use the brush here. Let's see how this works. So a little bit of white. Oh, the white goes on nicely. Feels nice so far. And let's see, I'll give you a little zoom. Go with the blue. It has a nice consistency. Don't know about the opacity. It does have a really nice consistency, like right out of there. I don't have to add a lot of water or anything to get it there. Feels very smooth going on. It's not completely opaque, I don't think. It's okay, mixed together. Some black. All of them are very consistent, like consistency. They don't vary from color to color, and that's good too. Okay. And I should have been painting my color wheel as I went, and I forgot. But we'll get to that here. So it does cover, but it's a lot more translucent. It's not opaque. I see translucent because I can see. So see there, it's kind of looking like a brown-green when it goes over the blue. So it's letting that blue show through, but it looks translucent, meaning that, like some of the really bad wash that I've tried out, when I say something doesn't layer, it means I put down one swatch of color. So I'm going to put down a swatch of this. Here we go. It looks pretty though. Look at that. It just has a really good consistency. It's not streaky. That's another thing going on. It's not streaky at all. This is pretty good. The paint here is kind of expensive when you think about it, considering everything that came with it and the paint and how little there is. But if I say it doesn't layer, when I do that, I see no color variation, like no pigment got left behind. In this case, though, pigment is getting left behind. It's just not as pigmented. So, oh, that's pretty. It is pretty though. Like these might not be complete. So I would say that these are more translucent because I'm seeing the color change here, as if you can see through the color or not. Let me see if I can really get that too much. So let me see if I can see what I mean there. Do you see the green has come through? So that, you know, and that's it's drying. It's drying really fast. So as you'd expect with gouache. So I'm kind of impressed with this so far. Not the best at layering, but it does layer a bit. You definitely have to build them up slowly. But getting that translucence right there so that you get the color changes if you'd put an orange over to get that kind of a blue to get that brown yellow, that brown green. That's kind of cool. And just look at how smooth it is, and that's still a little bit wet. But this is completely dry. Look at how bright those colors are when they dry. I am impressed with this gouache so far. Alright, let's just get colors in here. Keep going down the yellow section and now yeah, it's not laying it down too bad. So I wouldn't say it's completely opaque. It's kind of a translucent. But the color is good, and it's not streaky. At least not so far that I can tell. Let's get some blue. It does dry pretty fast, so you gotta kind of work pretty fast. Colors I'm mixing are coming out bright and not muddy so far. We'll see when you get to the purple. The purple always tends to be a little bit muddy. A lot of the gouache sets, just because of the pigments not being strict. Oh, that's a pretty green. Oh, can't really see that one. Yeah. Move it up a bit for you. It's a pretty green. I'm kind of impressed with this scent. These, gosh, I wish I knew where I could get these. Anybody knows where you can get these, like individually, I'd really like to know. Let's see here. Get a little bit more yellow. Get a lighter yellow, green. Yeah, I would say the yellow doesn't seem to be very pigmented, so there is that. There we go. Same kind of translucence is there, even with the green. There is some layering, so I wouldn't say it's horrible on layering. We would just have to patiently work them up. Let's see here. I need more blue. And yellow. Get that darker blue green going. Oh, wow, it makes some very pretty greens. Drying nice and matte. You can kind of see the color changes a bit there. It's alright though, not too bad. feel like I have control, so that mistake is mine. Which is important too. I can't tell, but it's like, it's almost black. That's a, oh, you can't even see, you can kind of see on the side. I'm going to zoom out though so you can see the streak. Like, look at that. Almost black. And that might be because of the ultramarine. They're using ultramarine pigments. I don't know. But we're going to put some more red in there and see. Okay. Oh, and we're like right too. Yeah, I think it's because of the crimson. It almost looks brown. Okay. Too much water, but and a little bit more red. More red. Yeah, look at that. It just looks brown. Here's the. So that's probably due to the pigments. I'm gonna do a little streak test because I can. I love to see how it streaks together. Huh. It does have that nice consistency though. I will say that. Okay, well, let's clean my brush off and do the last bit of red there. It does feel really nice. Look how pretty that is. And we'll just take a few, see. It does still have that same translucency, so not completely opaque. Let's see how our pastels look. Oh, pink came out a really pretty rosy color. See how the white layers on stuff. Let's see what happens when we get a light blue. I like to do this if you like to use lighter colors, so that when you test out your colors, you try making some lighter colors and see how they look. Oh, that's pretty. If I add some of that to the purple I made. Oh. So even though the purple came out really brown looking, look at this lavender. Added just a little bit of white to that. And it's drying. Okay, so when it dries lighter, it dries a nice purple there. So it looks more purpley when it dries. I do think that's a combination of the pigments that they used, but I do like that it dries more purple. And that's when I add white, I get some nice purple. I'd like to see, I'm going to see with the yellow. This is nice. Well, cool. All right, let's I'm done messing around. Pull the tape off. I am really impressed with this little kit. The brushes are nice. The artist who wrote the book is Elizabeth Mayville. I'll see if I can find a page for her. If not, I can link it down below. But this was a really nice little kit. Forgot what order I put the tapes down. It does crack, as gouache usually does. Black lace dry, kind of glued that on there. The satisfying part. Whoa. Okay. So, where'd my pen go? I'm gonna write the colors. I had a green pen here I was using and I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Okay. So this was opaque white. Opaque white. And ultramarine blue. Lemon yellow. Crimson red. Carbon black. This is a nice, okay, so this is a nice little set. This still life painting. And it comes in these little 6mm tubes, not a lot. A little went a long way. It does dry pretty fast, like gouache does. And I managed to still get it all over myself because it's coming out of, oh my god. I made a mess of myself today. Or just swatch. Paint on the hands. Okay. So I might have to clean these tube tops. But yeah. But these are nice. A nice little primary set. You mix the color. It mixes pretty well. I think that the pigments, you're going to get some darker, but the purple dries well, I think. So I think you're okay. And if you need a bit lighter, you may have to add a little bit of white. But yeah, it's a nice little set. I'm really impressed with it. I wasn't sure when I got it. I figured 20 bucks, I'd pick it up. We'll see. So this came with a little art card. I am using the smooth side of the card, so there was a rough side and the smooth side, and I'm 90% sure you should be using the rough side. I hate the rough paper. Look, I just do. I really do. I'm testing out different papers to see what I like and everything, but I'm gonna do the smooth side today. I have more cards to play with, so that's what I'm gonna do. I am going to be painting a still life orange today, following along with the class by Anna Paisley on Skillshare, and I'll try to link to that below. But this is limited color, so I'm not using as many colors as she is, and I'll need to kind of go from there. So I'm gonna have to make some colors, and here we go. overall, I think there's quite a bit of waste with these paints, but they do reactivate really, really well. Just kind of look at my palette from swatching and doing this, but they do reactivate really, really well. I was able to pick up paint and get the same color with reactivated and not have to worry about it. I will try to post the link to the class below if you'd like to try this out. I thought it worked out pretty well. It looks like fruit. I think I kind of went orange apple, but it looks like fruit. I think I'm gonna go with that. And so I hope you enjoyed this. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. It really does help. And let me know what you'd like to see. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and please like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you would like to see. There should be some video recommendations too. Check them out as well for other videos on my channel. But thank you so much for supporting me. I really do appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.